Do you know how this affects your savings? Maine Senate race replacements circle amid pressure on Plattner to drop out. Democrat Graham Plattner has denied allegations of sexual assault leveled by Maine resident Jenny Rassicot as calls for him to exit the pivotal race mount. Here's everything we know so far. Financial analysts are closely watching how this develops and what it means for markets and everyday investors. Stay with us for the full story and more breaking news throughout the day. This story was reported by CNBC Top News. For daily market and financial news, subscribe to Global News Digest. Here is what Wall Street does not want you to know. Bitcoin rebounds after Trump says he's become a big crypto guy. Earlier, Bitcoin fell towards $60,000 after Strategy disclosed the sale of more of its holdings of the token. Let's break this down quickly. This story is moving markets and has significant implications for the U.S. economy and consumer spending. We will continue to monitor this story and bring you updates as they become available. This story was reported by CNBC Economy. Stay on top of your money. Follow Global News Digest for daily finance updates.
Congress just passed something, and most Americans do not know yet. News Wrap: Judge rejects Trump's attempt to collect Georgia election worker info. In our News Wrap Tuesday, a federal judge rejected the Trump administration's attempt to collect the names and contact information of Fulton County, Georgia election workers. New York City officials warned a high-rise is at risk of collapsing, and Reform UK party leader and Trump ally Nigel Farage says he's resigning from Parliament over Questionab. Here are the key details. This story is dominating political discussions across the country and drawing reactions from leaders in both parties. This is one of the top stories we are watching closely today across the United States. This story was reported by PBS NewsHour. More breaking political news every day. Subscribe now.
Every American with a bank account needs to hear this. U.S. resumes powerful strikes on Iran after Hormuz Strait ship attacks. CENTCOM says the U.S. revoked Iran oil sales authorization earlier in the day. This is why it matters. Financial analysts are closely watching how this develops and what it means for markets and everyday investors. Our team is tracking every development as this story continues to unfold in real time. This story was reported by CNBC Top News. For daily market and financial news, subscribe to Global News Digest.
The DC story that is dominating every American newsroom today. Dem with White House ambitions ripped after backing two scandal-plagued candidates. Troubling, Sen. Ruben Gallegos' judgment was criticized after he dropped his Graham Plattner endorsement amid new sex assault claims, months after withdrawing his endorsement for Eric Swalwell. Here's what's actually happening. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are responding as the situation continues to develop in Washington. Follow along as we cover the key details, the background, and what happens next. This story was reported by Fox News Politics. Stay informed on what Washington is doing. Follow us for updates. Is this good or bad for the country? You decide. More Democrats call for Plattner to drop Maine Senate bid after sexual assault accusation. The list of Democrats calling for Maine Senate candidate Graham Plattner to withdraw continues to grow a day after a woman he once dated accused him of sexual assault. Plattner denies the allegation and said he was reflecting on his path forward. Amna Nawaz discussed the future of the race with Steve Missler of Maine Public Radio. The key facts you need to know: this story is dominating political discussions across the country and drawing reactions from leaders in both parties. This is a developing story, and we expect more information to emerge in the coming hours. This story was reported by PBS NewsHour. More breaking political news every day. Subscribe now.
This baseball story just changed the entire season. 2026 MLB All-Star Game. Full rosters unveiled as Phillies, Dodgers, Braves lead selections. The AL and NL squads, including starters, were unveiled ahead of the July 14 Midsummer Classic in Philadelphia. Here's everything we know so far. Baseball fans and sports analysts say this story will define the rest of the season. Stay with us for the full story and more breaking news throughout the day. This story was reported by CBS Sports MLB. For daily MLB news and baseball updates, subscribe to Global News Digest.
This is the biggest football story of the entire season. Analyzing USMNT's run after World Cup exit. Top 25 MLB trade deadline candidates plus Celtics GM Brad Stevens offered an underwhelming explanation for the Jaylen Brown trade. Let's break this down quickly. NFL insiders say this development will have major implications for the rest of the season and possibly beyond. We will continue to monitor this story and bring you updates as they become available. This story was reported by CBS Sports NFL. Stay on top of the football season. Follow us for daily coverage.
Big tech just made a move that affects you personally. Data centers, energy demand threatens Trump's Made in America plan squeeze on Rust Belt electricity, bills threatens Trump's manufacturing plan. Here are the key details. Users and developers worldwide are already reacting to what this means for the future of technology. This is one of the top stories we are watching closely today across the United States. This story was reported by Ars Technica. More technology headlines every day. Subscribe so you don't miss them. Did the NFL make the right call here? Sean Payton's wild Bill Belichick plan for the Broncos, the coaching idea that could have changed NFL history. Payton revealed he was willing to step aside as Broncos coach so Belichick could chase the NFL's all-time wins record. This is why it matters. Football fans across America are reacting strongly, and sports commentators are calling this one of the biggest stories of the season. Our team is tracking every development as this story continues to unfold in real time. This story was reported by CBS Sports NFL. For daily NFL news and updates, subscribe to Global News Digest.